Hey geeks, it's Andrea. Today I thought that we would talk about tear-jerking moments in television. Before we go any further, I really need to stress right now the fact that there will be spoilers in this video from 5 shows. There's a list in the description with just the show names, but not what the spoilers are, so look there if you want to make sure that none of the shows are shows that you're currently watching or want to watch in the future. I'll include timestamps so you can watch the ones you want to. Alright geeks, let's go.
5. Saving Grace.
I wouldn't have thought that Saving Grace would be a show that I would watch, but I put it on Netflix randomly one day while doing work, and I overall enjoyed it, though the ending was frustrating. Fortunately though, that isn't what this video is about. I don't often cry while watching shows, but I was bawling when I watched the moment that they executed Leon Cooley. It was built up for a long time, and even throughout the episode, you found yourself hopeful on some level that they would stop it. I don't like to talk on this channel about politics or views that people feel very strongly about because I don't want anyone to feel isolated for having opposing views to me. I'm very respectful of people having their own views, but I know a lot of people don't respect that we're all different people and feel that their way to think is the only way to think. To me, that's a very sad way to look at the world because it's beautiful that we all have our own views and feelings. The reason I said all this is because I wanted to say here that I am deeply against the death penalty. I always have been and always will be. But like I said, if you feel differently, I respect that. Before watching this episode, I had never seen such a raw and realistic example on a show of what modern day executions are. This was terrifying and so hard to watch. Even if you never watched the show, I highly recommend watching this episode. Whether you're for or against it, most people don't do enough research on the subject, so it was enlightening to see a show take this approach. I promise the rest of the video won't be so serious, but I wanted to include this. If you do want to watch it, it's on Netflix and it's the season finale of season 2.
4. Game of Thrones.
There are so many moments in Game of Thrones that work here, but in our first video, we have to talk about the Red Wedding. Before anyone says it, I know that it was a book first. So were most of the other shows on this list actually. Books make damn good TV shows, don't they? That all being said, Game of Thrones has many moments that metaphorically rip your heart out and stomp on it. The Red Wedding was one of the earlier heartbreaks. In one swoop, we lost Robb and his lovely pregnant wife Talisa, his direwolf Grey Wind, and of course his mother Catelyn. On top of that, they also slaughtered Robb's entire army. The more I think about it, we could probably do a dozen of these videos on Game of Thrones alone. The show has all kinds of sad moments, from horrendous murders, rape, destroying a person, shaming, and just simply heartbreaks.
3. The Walking Dead.
Like Game of Thrones, we could do so many videos just on The Walking Dead alone. It was actually really hard for me to pick the one that I wanted to cover first, but I had to go with Dale. Dale was possibly my favorite character in the early seasons. I think his death was so triggering to me, not only because of the fact that he died, but because of how he died. I can still picture his skin ripping. Okay, I'm really trying not to gag here. I won't rewatch it to find out, but it's probably worse in my memory than it actually was. But, oh my god. I just hated it so much. There have been some bad death scenes since, but let's just walk away from this subject for now.
2. Dexter.
I have to admit that there were several times that Rita was not my favorite character in the show, though Julie Benz always did an amazing job portraying her. As expected, right before her demise, I began to really love Rita. She helped to round out Dexter's character and gave him a depth that may not have existed without her early on. Following discovering her body, there was the scene where Dexter carried Harrison out in the same way that Harry had carried him out previously. Her death did open up the doors for some great storylines in the show, but it will always be one of the most heartbreaking to me.
Number 1. Westworld.
If you have not watched Westworld, you need to stop this video right here and go and watch some other videos. It's a new show, so I want to make sure you have the fair warning you need to prevent this from spoiling anything for you. Also, go watch it. Seriously, it's amazing. For those of you that are still here, we are talking about the moment when Bernard and Teresa realize that Bernard is in fact a host. On top of that, you get the confirmation that Elsie is dead and that he has to kill Teresa. This won't wound is too fresh. I loved Elsie. It really sucks that we aren't going to get to see her character develop. Then again, Ford might end up needing her, so maybe we'll see her return in some way or another. Only time will tell. Alright geeks, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Although all of these involve death, there are plenty of sad moments that don't involve a character dying. Be sure to share those or death-related tear-jerking moments below. We will do another list of these again in the future. Don't forget, the t-shirt of this week is this Block Life t-shirt. It also comes in stickers, mugs, and of course other styles. Do me a favor and subscribe if you haven't. Give us a like and a comment, and be sure to share with your friends. Alright geeks, I will see you next time.